Vlad on one side and AI and Marcus Young on the other, you can expect a lot of beautiful basketball being played.
Well, the Mad Ants will have their work cut out for them. We'll see if they're up for the task as this game unfolds here tonight.
You know how things get around here in Fort Wayne. When the Mad Ants play, the entire city pays attention. The whole city shuts down as they love to support their local G-League chapter.
Now here's AI. Hits the target from 18 feet. Well, it has been said time and time again, but it doesn't make it any less true. The state of Indiana loves their basketball.
And it's one reason why a team like the Mad Ants can have such a devoted fan base. It goes across the entire state.
It's in everyone's DNA. Randolph, back to AI. Well-timed pass, and it goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, I think AI did some work on his inside game during his time in China. He's looking very confident in that area.
And the shot is good.
3 straight makes to start, looking good so far. And for Long Island, Vlad is the star of the team, but the top to bottom, they have talent.
Absolutely. They provide a tough matchup for teams because they can run so many sets from inside and out. Reminds me a little bit of how the Denver Nuggets are constructed.
Yeah, great point, Brian.
Now here's Nelson, just 4 to shoot. Joseph the screen. And it's Long Island with another.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to the play.
Trigg, Haji covering, back to Tatum. Young to the paint. Here's AI. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a hot start. Now here's Kelsey. Tight defense on him. Nelson. Pass to Andrews. Now Haji. Back to Andrews. Haji. Trigg defending. Here's Andrews. It's deflected.
And Paul Tatum, a Houston native, grew up in that area.
And Tatum was a huge Rockets fan growing up. You talk to him and he'll tell you his love for the game all started with him watching his hometown team as a kid.
Yeah, watching a little T-Mac, a little Yao Ming.
Good on the bucket.
Excellent situational awareness. Leaves someone open around Nelson, and he's going to exploit it.
Tatum, Andrews defending. And that one good.
Easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Now a timeout called by Long Island. Some changes for Long Island. Pass to James. Misses the 3.
And of course, AI, a name that might sound familiar to college hoops fans. Had a good run, a big game in the Sweet 16, but ultimately the team came up just short. Still showed some great potential in what was his final year.
Yep, that goes.
Brad James.
Now here's Carter from deep AI.
What a play! Oh, he got it! What a play!
A true buzzer beater.
He ends the quarter with a money 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do there, and the timing couldn't have been better.
You just can't end a quarter better than that.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Mad Ants ahead. And again, it's the Nets missing. And with Marcus Young, perhaps the first thing you notice about him is the killer instinct on the court.
Young is a player that is always looking to exploit a weakness or to catch a defender slipping up. Sometimes he'll get too focused on that aspect of the game, but I'd say it's worked well for him so far.
Now here's Haji. D right on him. Kelsey. Yes, and it's Andre Haji with the assist that time.
Sometimes when you're trailing in a game, players get sucked into trying to make the home run play.
That's right, but all these threes haven't helped. They're trying to rub sticks together and catch fire, but they're using wet sticks. There's no success right now.
Well, I'm not sure, Brian, if you caught the local news, but apparently some of the Mad Ant players played a pickup with some of the locals.
Yeah, a sight to see for sure. I believe it was AI and Tatum in a 2-on-2 game. Small things like that are what makes this team so endeared in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, they really love them out here.
On the wing, Paul Tatum. Mack covering. Off the screen, and the Mad Ants tack on 2 more.
Young, he's really maturing as a player, finding all the different ways to score. Uses the screen perfectly to free himself up.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Kelsey. That one's all good. He's now 3 for 5 from the field. The second half just about to get going here. You look at AI in this game, he's been everywhere. The Mad Ants leading, and AI and the rest of the Mad Ants were involved in some community work recently. They had a booth at the state fair.
You just have to love that the team is willing to take time and meet fans on an individual basis by having a booth at the fair. It just takes a day for the players, but goes a long way in developing ties with the community.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
At the line for your Mad Ants, AI. Shooting 2.
Meigs came off a high-quality shot inside.
And that's right out of the textbook. They're having their way down low right now. A nice stroke on the jump shot. Young's in-between game is going to be a big factor in his attempt to make the leap to the NBA.
Now a timeout called by Long Island. AI really making a difference here.
He continues to burn them at the offensive end. The coaching staff is going to have to make an adjustment.
Pass to Haji. Kelsey, covered by AI. Outside Kelsey, and stolen by AI. And here they come. Here's Young. Good, and the assist goes to AI.
You cannot lose focus in transition, especially when Young is determined to run right past you.
Now Haji shoots over Randolph. Oh, no good on the buzzer beater. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mad Ants out in front, up 10.
Been in these situations before. Comfortable taking the huge shots.
Here's AI. And it falls! AI!
It's easy to see why the coaching staff goes to AI there. He's got the clutch gene written all over him.
Now a timeout called by Long Island. Your thoughts, guys?
Well, they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, then they can try for a stop in the next possession. If there's less than 24 left, they'll have to foul.
And he makes that one.
A gifted offensive player. Once Kelsey is feeling it, he makes sure to keep looking for his shots.
And they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them from this point forward. Milk the clock.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to AI. Another miss by AI. Timeout called, the Nets. What's your take, guys?
They got two options. Take the 3 to tie it, or get a quick 2 then foul.
And if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 wouldn't be a bad call, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
It has to come immediately. You cannot waste a second. A chance here to send it to overtime.
They need a 3.
Pass to Nelson. Off target from downtown. And there it is, the final whistle. Mad Ants win. fantastic performance from the team to defend the home court.
And there were standout stars tonight, sure, but I like the way that the whole team, everybody, aimed to slow up Vlad the Impaler. That was a key factor in Fort Wayne coming out with the win.
Offensively, the Mad Ants seem to be gelling, and you can just see when this team is on the same page, and they gave us a peek of how deadly they could be on offense tonight.
And that's about all she wrote, folks. For Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga. Thanks for joining us on this presentation.